The Coxing entry on Clove Road in the Shawangunk Mountains is a popular hiker destination. As you look around, you'll find the remains of a post-colonial industry that was highly active for 120 years. 4 generations of the Enderle family lived here, working a sawmill, logging the forest, and farming the land. The Enderle lands of over 250 acres, including the Coxing Mill site, were originally part of a colonial land grant given to Henry Harp in the year 1764. The Harps were a prominent early family who lived in the Coxing Clove. In 1801, Johannes and Jacob Enderle bought his water-powered mill site and surrounding lands from Tunis and Mary Ruza. Today, this land is owned by the Mohonk Reserve. This stream is called the Coxing Kill. Starting in the bedrock slabs of the Shawangunk Mountains and from the headwaters of Minnewaska Lake, the Coxing Kill is joined by other small streams as it flows towards the Atlantic Ocean. The sawmill was the focal point of this small community. It once spanned the Coxing Kill and used its flow as a source of power. The Harp family may have been the first to operate a sawmill at this location, which means a mill may have been in operation at this site for more than 150 years. Water from the kill, a Dutch word for stream, was channeled through a sluice. It turned a water wheel, which powered an up and down saw. This mill produced boards and beams for this homestead and for the neighboring Traps Hamlet community. The flat bedrock slabs and lack of smooth round stones called cobbles in the Coxing Kill make it a tough place for water creatures to find a good home. Despite this challenge, wood frog, brook trout, northern red salamander, box turtle, crayfish, just to name a few, thrive. In 1921, the mill and land were sold by the children and widow of Hiram Enderle to the Smiley family of the Mohonk Mountain House. Now part of a national landmark landscape, the Traps Mountain Hamlet is a designated New York State Historic District. The history of the Shawangunk Mountains region goes back about 11,500 years, when the last glaciers were receding from the landscape and the Native Americans who lived here traveled back and forth over the ridge between the 2 rivers that give the Wallkill and Rondout valleys their name. There is an unusual diversity of vegetation on the ridge. Species normally found north live alongside species normally found south. The result is an area where many regionally rare plants are found at or near the limits of their ranges. The Shawangunks are full of curiosity. This is a private redwood driftwood collection, the remnants of an 1860 to 1930 logging era. In the early years, the trees were uprooted as they were logged from millennia-old virgin forest. When it was realized that the new trees sprouted from what was left in the ground, the practice was discontinued. Once plentiful along the beaches and rivers of Northern California, most of these water and insect-resistant roots have been milled into beautifully colored lumber and furniture. The Shawangunk, correct pronunciation, Shawangum, is a vast amphitheater of rocks piled into the most fantastic shapes. The views from the Shawangunks are astounding. Bounded from the mountains of New Jersey, the Hudson Highlands, the Housatonic Mountains of Connecticut, the Berkshires, and the Catskill Mountains. If we are moved with emotions of grandeur at the sublime power of the Creator as manifested in this great panorama of mountains, what must our feelings when under the light of geology we have presented for our contemplation and convolutions that have brought these mountains into being, and the mutations that have marked their history for unnumbered ages. Legends of the Shawangunk by Philip H. Smith, 1965.